Hello, Arthur here with more Zeepkist and with more track for ZCL Gravity. And we start with ZCL T. I enjoy this track. It have couple blind corners, blind jump, but if you know the way, trajectory, it's really interesting track. It's not hard, it have nice smooth flow. I love it. My level by Scrapper, I would say it's, so from one hand it's a really easy track and you can do it pretty easy. It's basically couple turns and one jump, but the problem that it have windmill, which completely RNG, and I spent like 10 minutes just try to avoid hitting of windmill, because if you're too fast on some corners and you're doing like really great time, you could be hit by it, and I not really like such moments when you rely not on your experience but basically on some random stuff. And for track, when it's for some competition, it's not for me. Red trial, well, this is a red track, and I spent couple attempts, couple sessions to try and find the more or less better trajectory, how to do it. And I would say it's upper hard, like mid plus, I don't know, but it has this not aligned blind jump when you need to basically aim to the after jump, but you don't have this opportunity, and there's small gap for your landing. And also it have some ice, and if you lose a lot of speed, you won't have enough speed to finish this track. Construction everywhere. Well, from scenery perspective, this is a really beautiful track. There is like city, there is a lot of city and no boosters, at least they don't work. I don't know if there is like all this arrow as tools, but from the track itself, I find couple elements are pretty hard, especially when you need to drive and aim inside the building. You drove straightly on vertical wall without any angle, so it's made you be really precise on your steering. And after the small RNG gets at the end, and that's it. I would say this one element of wall riding is the most hard thing on this track. Trip to the beach, again track with good scenery, with good theme, and it have couple cuts, which is possible only if you have enough speed, but this is what all gravity levels about, so it's pretty short. It's hard if you try to do all the cut tricks, and it's not so hard if you're doing a body intended track. Organic descent. You know, I like Kerncomp track. I love his all this transition. When you play like 10-15 tracks from one author, you understand his style, and he have like common elements, and I really enjoy playing Kerncomp tracks. All this smooth line, all this transition and jumps, they're basically, it's his style, and it's perfectly aligned with my style of driving, so I slightly bias on his track. It's smooth, it's nice, and I think it's not his first track with no boosters, so he have experience, and I love that you can finish it actually any speed of any errors, but if you won't do it, you will have like gaining speed more and more. Goliath, and this is, I believe, one of the prettiest and great scene tracks that I played. I really like this idea of roller coaster, wooden roller coaster. I believe in my childhood I done it a couple times. It's given me great memories. So I really enjoyed driving it again here, and how it's done without any boosters. It's great, and it's have a lot of room when more experienced players could gain like tenths of the second. It's just cut corners and doing small wall rides. It's great, so really enjoyable track. Spoer, really fast track, and you need to be really precise because this track don't give you a lot of grip. Grass, metal elements, they all have less grip than asphalt, and I believe it have couple different layouts. People in the lobby said that right one is faster, and I don't have any reason to believe him, but I finished this track only from the left just to show you, and leave right pass for review. Sandbar Shuffle, a really interesting track, but it have a lot of jump, at least there, and blind corners, and at least I like it in the way how all this jump aligned. It's not really hard, and your sawbox are usually landing most likely perfectly on all of this, because jumps are usually in Unity are not the consistent thing from it. And also you have couple speed checks at the end when you need to be really precise and have enough speed to do them. So for me it's one small bad point that it's almost at the end and you could spend like whole attempt and then don't have enough speed at the finish, which is slightly annoying, and start from beginning. It's yeah. Beachsleigh. I believe this is the first ice track that I play for this ZSL contest, and this half pipe part pretty hard because ice have own grip or less grip than road, and you need to be really thoughtful how you steer to not lose a lot of speed during corners. Also, roader use this new element, crossroad, and again when it's vertical you need to be really precise to not hit another part of this track and be on the line, so you need to like aim slightly higher, and how much higher depends on your speed, what you have. Downhill Skin, another icy track, and I said that this for me it was unique because this is the first track for Gravity where you force to brake, and amount of your brake will determine how and when you will finish this track, and it was really fun and something not that you ever see, because you usually want to maintain as much speed as possible, but not in this case. And yeah, well done. I enjoy this new concept, new idea. Obtuse to Rubber Goose by Codewall. I don't know what the refer for name of this track, or it's just from Codewall Health, but I would say is hard track because of track layout, some of obstacles that do it on track, and blind jumps, and of course science. I always said please put science, and there are science almost on each and every jump, but I struggled to find them at first couple of attempts. They're just so small, and you're usually focused on the road, not on the signs. And the problem for people in the lobby was the last jump sign, because basically you can jump straight and it will be enough to land on the last part before finish. And if you do like you do in all other tracks, doing it slightly left or right depending on the sign, as it for other part of the tracks, you're doing it too much, and usually you hit ground or rocks before landing. So yeah, people were complaining on just this part, but for other parts I believe it's pretty decent track. Anyways, thanks guy, this was the last track for today, and people adding them and adding, so I really enjoy playing all of them and try to create video as fast as I can. So see you next time, bye!